Hey, this is Wednesday, December 9th, my regular classes. We're going to talk about analogies, and then we're going to start getting into reading our book and talking about stuff like that. If you win, you can absolutely shout out your snap. I have no problem with that whatsoever. As long as it is school appropriate, I am not editing kids. I had one kid who said that if he wins, and he is in the running, he's at 8 wins right now. He says that he wants to put out there his hobby is throwing orphans out of windows. I said, if you win, I guess technically that is a thing you could put out there. It'd be kind of weird, but that pretty much covers children. All right, so we'll find out from there. All right. BB, don't try and bribe them. All right, you guys have a quiz coming up on Friday/Thursday. For you guys, 7th period, it is Friday. For my other class periods, it is Thursday. So you're going to have to get all the way to page 130. My goal is to get to page 90 with you today, as long as you guys don't slow me down too much. That does leave 40 pages you have to read all on your own, but it's also like the most exciting part of the book, where there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff happening. So in theory, it shouldn't be too hard to do. All right, Shadow Club, you're gonna need Bookie Book. We'll talk about that in a second, Brooklyn. I think it was like page 81. Bookie Books, we can come back to Bookie Book thing. Again, if you don't have Bookie Book, if you are not wanting to read it with your own eyes and you are wanting to use the audio book, again, go to Canvas, go to today's date, and click on Shadow Club page, and it brings you up with all of those things. If you ask me later, I get to make fun of you for kid not paying attention. Here is your new IXL, which, by the way, is also your last IXL of 2020. I am not giving you any more after this one. And according to my other students, it was a not awful IXL. They actually kind of enjoyed it because it's sort of like puzzle solving, and they kind of got a kick out of it. So there's a chance it's not a horrible thing. All right, so let's go to there. You can find it here, U.1. I thought the same thing. I thought it was pretty easy. We're going to do some together with analogies. If you are unfamiliar with analogies, we're going to get you there. So let's help you out with analogies. Here are last week's chat challenge champions who made it to the 5 mark. And so we're going to be adding new ones to find out who gets to be our new chat challenge champions. We have the most questions today. We have a handful tomorrow, but not a whole bunch. All right, ready? We're going to start jumping into our chat challenges here right off the bat. I'm going to explain to you how analogies work, and then we're going to do 6 analogies, which are going to be your chat challenges. All right, and so there, then there. All right, here's how, let me get it set up. Sorry, a lot of computer maneuvering. So this is what an analogy is, where you have to make a connection to things. Melling is to science as Mr. Broviak is to what? Don't type it in yet. I'll be putting the chat challenge out there, but you'd have to fill in the blank. Figure out how Melling and science connect, and then you're going to figure out how Mr. Broviak connects to something, and that's what you're filling it in. All right. All right. Do one. I know, Bagel. Nicely done. Hopefully that continues for you. All right, ready? Here's my chat. Hang on. Don't you? Here's your chat challenge. What goes in the blank? Challenge. Let's see what you guys got. Correct answer should be Melling teaches science. Broviak teaches English. So I was looking for the word English. That should be the thing we have. All right, let's see where we have people. And good job, BB. Never mind. So BB got the win on that one. I know. I feel the same way. And then Hooton. Nicely done, Hoots. So Hoots is in with the segment. Apparently this is her day. And then English and bullying. Don't be a hater. That's harassment right there. And Bakel with a win, which brings Bakel up to 6. Now let's see. Who was 4th place? Was Hudnut. Hudnut, but you don't get a point, but you are 4th. And hang on. Hudnut. Hunley was 5th, because you already have a win. Skolmeyer with a win. So who's my first? Omar? Omar, you get the B point. You're my first kid who has not won a B point yet. So go you. The first 3 get the chat challenge point, and then the first kid who has not scored yet scores. Go Omar. All right. It doesn't matter if it's on your screen. I see you yelling at me. It's because you have no lag on your screen. It's my screen that counts. That's why you are correct. Trust me, every class period, kids yell at me. Yep. The lag monster is mean.
Mr. Broviak, did you go on Twitter today yesterday and see the whole fiasco about how Israel and the U.S. Are in like a galactic?
All right, and then there we go. Next up, let's go to black is to color as deer is to, all right. I feel the same way. I like the way he says my name too. He just has to learn when to say it and when not to. So black is to color as deer is to. All right, so hang on. We're going to put it in there. Uh-oh. Are you just, don't you spam it. Don't make me Omar you out of this chat. All right, ready? And chat challenge is out there. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm watching reactions. I see. Yeah, but your screen's not the same as mine. Let's find out. And by the way, the correct answer, black is a type of color. Deer is a type of animal. So I'm looking for animal as my analogy. And Houton takes first place on that one. Houton with the win. Houton, why are you shaking your head no? It's a good thing.
I put it before the chat challenge.
No, on mine it popped up on time. For me, it has chat challenge, and then it has Houton as the next one. I mean, I can take it away if you feel bad about it, but for me, you showed up, so you're good. Yes, BB, congratulations. You're right there also. BB, you're making a run for it. You are second for me, and then Bakel is third. Then Bakel at third. Then who do we have? Fourth place was Brooklyn, and she's spread around our points. After Brooklyn, is Brayton won yet? Brayton, I believe. Brayton, that goes to you for the B point. Brayton takes the B point. Nicely done, Brayton. All right, well, apparently we're not doing a good job of stopping BB whatsoever, except for Houton. Houton, you did your part. Good job. It's those other kids. I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean to any of you. I know. It's the flaggy bits. All right, now we'll let this kid back in. So there. So there. All right, next question. Here's your next one. Again, I'm now trying to make it slightly more challenging. Here is our more challenging one. Ready? Drake is to music as Ryan Reynolds is to, and I'm going to help you out. The answer is not actor. I've had a bunch of people put actor. That's not correct because it does not say musician, it says music. So that is my hint to help you. The answer is not actor. All right, let's see how we do from there. All right, giving people a chance to chat. Omar, I have not heard that yet. I've got to keep reading, but no. And I only booted you because you have to learn timing, child. That is a good comment to make, just not in the middle of me doing chat challenge. That's why I had to remove you. You just have to learn timing. All right, ready? And chat challenge is out. Let's see. Ooh, by the way, the correct answer for those of you guys who don't know how incredibly hunky he is, Ryan Reynolds goes to movies. Drake makes music. Ryan Reynolds makes movies. So it should be movies or movie. I would take just sing we have, and he is not a director. So not acting, not director, not acting. Lucenti is my first one with the correct answer. Way to step in, Lucenti, with the win. Go you. Let's see who's after Lucenti. After Lucenti is Parker. You took it next. That goes to O'Neill. And Parker, you're currently at 4 wins. And Aisha with the 3rd place. Nicely done, Aisha. All right, Aisha, go you. And then that should have been movies. Movies. No, Brooklyn, you could have had it. Oh, well. All right, let's go to ones that connect to Shadow Club. Ready? Wow, that's pretty strong there, Bakel. All right, there. And Stan doesn't hate Eminem. Stan loves Eminem so much he kills his girlfriend. That's a whole different thing. Anyway, back to here. Jared is to Austin as Cheryl is to blank. Jared is to Austin as Cheryl is to blank. All right. Are you giggling? No giggling. All right. there. You're giggling again. All right. What did you came in early that time. Uh-oh. Here it goes. Ready? Can she get back in time? Chat. Challenge is out. Let's see what happens. Oh, that looks like screaming. I see lots of people screaming. By the way, there's a lot of scream. The correct answer being Jared hates Austin. Cheryl hates Rebecca. So I was looking for Rebecca. Let's see, who do we have on the list? And going up is, look at that. Omar steps back in, got knocked off the court, and Omar comes in for it. Omar with his second win. Go Omar. And then there's Omar there. And who was second place? Lucenti. Nice. Lucenti with 2 wins. Bhutan makes the top 3. Bhutan, you are currently at 4 wins right now, Bhutan. Look at that. You came in early, recovered, and stepped back up. And you blocked BB, which may be even more important. And let's see, after Bakel, you were 4th. BB was 5th. So that rounds out my top 5 on that one. And then to there. Hudnut. No hating. All right, let's go 2. I'm going to try and make it a little bit tougher again. Here's my next one. Hooton, shake out the fingers, Hoot. Shake out the fingers. You got this one. All right. And Iron Man is to the Avengers as Cheryl is to what? Not the movie Avengers, the group Avengers. So Iron Man is to the Avengers as Cheryl is to what? All right. So this requires you to both know how our dorky movies work for the Marvel Universe and how this book works. All right, ready? Getting ready to set it up again. Here we go. And it brought you luck last time. Let's find out if it happens again. And chat, challenge is out there. Let's see what, let's find out. I think we may have had a change. Parker, you can't just run away. Parker. I mean, well, you did have the wrong answer, so I guess it is. So on this one, Iron Man is a member of the Avengers. Cheryl is a member of the Shadow Club. So I'm looking for Shadow Club. What do we have? What do we have? And uh-oh. Ready? On my screen, in first place is Lucenti, who now has 3 top 3 wins. Second place, Brayton, who now has 2 wins. Third place, Houghton, who came in 3rd. How? I have no idea, but apparently it brings her luck, which gives her the official 5. And then 4th place is Hudnut. You were just outside of it, Hudnut. In 4th place is Hudnut. Let's see, 5th place, Jackson, but you've already scored. And who else do I have coming in to score? And Drew, you've already scored. Hunley has already scored. BB has scored. Aisha has not scored officially yet. Aisha, you have now gotten a B point and your 2nd official win. So Aisha is now at 2 wins with Shadow Club. And nicely. Wow, that is a lot. Wow, there's a lot of angry people on that one. All right. Omar, I like the fact that you're don't you? That is not. Omar is talking himself up. I support Omar. Omar is Omar's biggest stand. All right, ready? This is my last analogy for you. I'll have other ones coming up, but this is my last analogy. Harry Potter is to Hermione as Jared is to blank. This requires now Harry Potter the character, not Harry Potter the movie. If you've never seen Harry Potter, that is definitely going to make this tough. If you've never read the books, that definitely makes it tough also. That's why I get to throw a challenge out there. I told you they get to be a little bit tougher. On the quiz tomorrow, there's questions on there about Batman, but you guys can always Google those if you want to. But I'm assuming you don't really have time. So Harry Potter is to the character Harry Potter is to Hermione as the character Jared is to. Good job, Charles. Nicely done. All right, ready? Apparently my training has paid off for you, young Charles, or you're getting smarter. All right, ready? Here is our chat. Challenge is out. Who knows it? All right, not bad. So the correct answer is Hermione is Harry Potter's best female friend. Cheryl is Jared's best female friend. So I was looking for Cheryl. Hudnut, I like the fact that you threw as many answers out there as you could. Let's find out what that. Ooh, wow, there's not a lot of answers on this one. This was a tough one. Brayton, you came in first. Nicely done, Brayton, with the win on that one. Second place was the kid who keeps claiming he's depressed, even though he took second place. Third place makes me depressed.
Wait, no. He spelt it wrong. It does not count.
It does. I didn't say spelling counted on this one.
No.
BB, congratulations, BB. You were third. BB, you are now up to 10. I think you are currently in the lead, BB, at 10. Nicely done. But hang on. Let's see, do I get to give points to anybody? Drew was in fourth, which you've already won. Jackson's already won. Jack has already won. Hudnut.
Wait, I was in
has
fourth?
already won. Yes.
I thought I was
Omar.
second.
Hang on. And then don't hate your life and then to there. So wait, so that means I have to give B points to the first place person. Who got first place? Brayton. That means you get a B point, Brayton. Nicely done, you. Because we had no new people come in, so it goes back to you for the B point on that one. I have first is Brayton, second Omar, third BB, fourth Drew, fifth is Jackson. So those are my top 5 on that one. All right. Now, that looks like a lot of weird, happy bouncing, but I support you. All right. So
Watch
now
my
you know
background.
how analogies work. Analogies will be on the quiz coming up. Go you. Do you still want that cliff? All right. Let's get to our reading. Are you okay, Hutan? You're done sweating? You feel stronger? Just wanted to check. Okay. Here are our reading checkpoints for you. You want to get to page 130 for Thursday for this week, and then you're going to get to 200 by the end. All right. Let's get to reading stuff for you. Stonehenge, blah, blah. We got to this, got to this. Let's get to new stuff. Got to that, got to torturing. Those are pretty, by the way, those are my feet. And we got to them. Just kidding. They're not my feet. I mean, I would paint them, but I didn't. And then we have the color blindness, the spider, and then we got to here. I did get to the chat challenge question about this yesterday, right? Yes, because that's when Colleen stole it for BB. I remember that one. Who helped you cheat on that one? All right. Then, all right, let's get to page 81. Then to there. Then I see you staring me down, Bagel. You're not intimidating me. I'm a little scared, but only a little bit. I see it on there. It doesn't change it. It was the Home Alone question. All right. Page 81, let me try to get through as much of this as I can so we don't run out of time, since you guys spent a lot of time at the very beginning yelling at me. Page 81. Oh, let's go to, I'll start reading, but I have a picture for you. We keep talking about Stonehenge, and I keep showing you this picture. So what I've done is I went out and found a better picture. There you go. So there is an old broken down house in the woods. I think that is a better Stonehenge question. Yes, trust me, your tone thing is actually impressive, especially the lighting. The lighting really adds to it. Celebration at Stonehenge. It was the third Friday after the signing of the charter, and as usual, we met at Stonehenge. From the very beginning, the place seemed to have some mystical meaning for us. Those moss-covered stones around the dark pit, now there was even more meaning. It was our hideout, our special place, the only place where we could swap stories about who did what to whom and how well the pranks worked. We celebrated our victories down in Stonehenge. The rains had passed. The wind had brought down new firewood from the trees, and the sun had dried it off for us. So we had a good fire going by the time the sun fell low in the sky. As we talked, a big bag of marshmallows went around the circle until each marshmallow sat roasted in our stomachs. Did you see the look on Vera Donaldson's face as she went around tearing the copies of her diary down from the classroom doors? Asked Abby. Classic. You know, the next day, oh, I like your reference, Brayton. You know, the next day, Cheryl added, all of the 8th graders started asking her out. And I don't mean the big 8th graders. I mean the puny ones like Martin that look like 7th graders. They figured that because she liked Martin, She must like younger guys. She nearly died of humiliation. I love it, said Abby as she brushed her hair, which she did a lot. Wait. If you want to talk about the look on someone's face, how about the second Austin realized there was a spider on his head? Or the second it slipped down his shirt, cried OP. Classic, intense. That spider was great, man. It's like the thing knew exactly what we wanted it to do. I wish I could have seen it. We should make that spider an honorary member of the club. Yeah, too bad it's dead, said Darren, shoving a marshmallow into his mouth. You're all wrong, said Randall. The best? No, the absolute best thing ever in the history of the whole world was the look on Drew Landers' face as he took off his socks in the locker room in front of the whole team, and none of you got to see it. Tell us about it. Okay. Everyone in the club was listening. The whole team was done changing except for Drew. When the coach passed through the locker room on his way to the pool, I started asking the coach questions to keep him there. You mean the coach was there too? I'm getting to it. I love it. Anyway, the coach starts telling me that, as usual, I'm in all of Drew's races. And as usual, I knew he'd take first place. Then, just like I predicted, Drew takes off those filthy, dirty socks. Jared, you did such a good job of painting his nails. It was incredible. I could have died. Anyway, Drew didn't notice it at first. He put his bathing suit on and didn't even see it. But the coach saw it. Oh no, this was great. Classic, just classic. Shut up. Let me finish. Okay, so the coach sees him, toenails and all. They were fire engine red. You couldn't miss them. And the coach just says, Drew, your feet. And everyone looks down at Drew's toes. Nobody laughs. Everyone thought it was for real, like Drew did it all by himself. Everybody's saying, wow, and I don't believe it, and stuff like that. Finally, Drew looks at his feet, then he turns to the coach, his eyebrows and face all wrinkled up like he's about to sneeze, and he begins stuttering, like he tries to hide his feet, and that's when the team starts to laugh. I swear those painted toes were the most ridiculous thing in the history of the planet. I love it. Classic, intense. So anyway, continued Randall, Drew can't get a word out. He's so embarrassed. And then, okay, get this, the coach starts laughing too. At that, any of us who were holding back couldn't hold it any longer. We all began to laugh, laughing our heads off because we humiliated Drew Landers. All right, that's kind of sick, huh? Well, when Randall regained control of his laughter, he finished the story. This is the best part. While we all sat there laughing at those stupid red toes, Drew Landers, Mr. Macho Swimmer himself, began to cry. Yes, revenge! We all got our revenge, said Cheryl. And the more they humiliate us, the more revenge we're going to get. Everybody agreed. Even OP, shy OP, was all smiles there at the campfire. It seemed that beneath that quiet, brainy exterior lurked a kid just like the rest of us, who loved every minute of our little pranks. Hey, everybody, said OP. I'd like to read something to you. All eyes turned to her, and she pulled out a piece of paper. As you know, David Berger, Jason's mortal enemy, had green slime mysteriously loaded into his trumpet. Everyone chuckled. Well, I would like to read you this small poem that came out in the high school paper this week. Not the junior high school, the high school. We made the big time, I said. All right, listen to this. She unfolded the newspaper clipping and began reading. The team was on the field and victory was at hand. Yes, everything seemed wonderful. Then David slimed the band. He did it with such style and grace you'd think that it was planned. Not one musician got off clean. when David slimed the band. The flutes were sprayed with sticky goo, their players filled with scorn. The band leader got slimed on too when David blew his horn. The football players turned their heads and heard the band all say, "There is no doubt we are grossed out," as they all ran away. Next week, they'll all wear raincoats and gloves upon their hands. Blame it all on one trumpet call when David slimed the band. We were in stitches, laughing so hard, our stomachs began to hurt. You ever have one of those laughing fits where one person's laughter keeps feeding the others until nobody can stop? Well, that's what it was like. Between the sliming and the tarantula and the nail polish and the diary and the snake and the green blood, it was too much for any group of human beings to handle. We just had to laugh and laugh. Finally, about 5 minutes later, we came down off of our laughing fit, wheezing and wiping our eyes dry. The fire had now become full and furious, sending sparks sailing into the dimming sky. We all relaxed, and I ended up leaning back, my head resting comfortably in Cheryl's lap. I looked up at her. She smiled at me. She was playing with my hair. The strangest thing about it was that I did not feel uncomfortable at all. "This is classic," said Jason. And although he said that quite a lot, we knew exactly what he meant. Even though most of us had barely known each other 3 weeks ago, right now, at this one moment in time, we would all agree that we were the best friends in the world. I looked up at Cheryl, whose hair was dangling just an inch above my nose, and smiled. That's when I heard it. We all heard it. I snapped up out of Cheryl's lap, and we all turned our heads to listen. "What was that?" asked Randall. "Shh!" We all listened, heard it again. The scraping of branches, the crunching of leaves. Real quick, it is 2:45, but I have to finish since I'm recording this class, so I have to be able to put it on here. So if you need to go, that's fine. I'm going to finish out this chapter and then show you guys pictures that connect to this next part coming up. But I'm going to go ahead and finish writing it out because you guys babbled a lot, so I blame you. Something was out there, just above the pit on the other side of Stonehenge. We were all thinking the same thing. No one ever saw any bears in these woods, but Ralphie Sherman swore that once Bigfoot came up to him and then ran away. Of course, Ralphie Sherman also swore that he was picked up by one-eyed aliens, taken to a taken to a distant galaxy and returned in time for evening television. So no one much trusted Ralphie Sherman. Still, you never really know. There are also stories of a mountain lion who was shot by a family hiking only 30 miles away. None of us had any weapons. There were deer in the woods, but what if it wasn't a deer? And yes, Jalen, you may. We were all silent, and I could still hear the faintest movement just a few feet away. I have to finish. I sniffed the air. Perhaps if it was some large animal, I could smell it, but all I could smell was the smoke from the fire. And then I said the stupidest thing that has ever been uttered by anybody on the face of this earth. "Hey, I'll go check." Nobody else volunteered. I slowly stood and walked over to the dirt slope where one corner of Stonehenge had caved in dozens of years ago. I made my way up. Now, on the other side of Stonehenge, I was all alone. For all I knew, this could have been the end of my life. Still, I forced myself on because waiting there in the middle like a sitting duck wouldn't do any of us any good. I walked around Stonehenge. I heard it again, moving branches. There was no mistaking it. Something was up here, just around the corner of the old stone foundation. My heart began to beat faster. If I could just get a glimpse of it before it saw me, I'd be all right. If I were a deer, then fine. I'd go back down, case closed. But if it were something worse, then I could warn everyone and we could scatter. We'd have a better chances that way. Of course, if we scattered, the thing would probably go after me first since I was right there. But I wasn't about to start thinking about things like that. I neared the stone corner and slowly peered around. Trees, trees, More trees came into view until I saw something at the far end turning a corner. It wasn't a deer. It wasn't Bigfoot. It was a kid. I saw his back and feet as he turned the corner, but I didn't see his face. Whoever it was had been watching us and had heard our secrets, knew exactly what we had done and what was going on. If someone knew, that our whole club could be destroyed. I was not about to allow that. Everybody, hurry up here. Some kid's watching us. Everyone stood, raced up and out of Stonehenge. This way, I yelled, and rounded the next corner and saw him again, this time disappearing into the woods. He was trying to get away, the little spy. Is there only one of them? I think so. If he tells, we're in lots of trouble. I know. The Shadow Club raced through the woods, and as our eyes began to adjust to the dim light, we could see him just 20 feet in front of us. I raced at full speed. He was nearing the road. At last, I got close enough and dove on him, bringing him down. He was about my size, just a bit skinnier, a bit bonier. I rolled him over and looked at the face before me. I instantly knew who it was, and so did the rest of the Shadow Club. That's where I wanted to get to. And I have a couple pictures yet. And if you need to leave, that's fine. I can't keep you. It's after 2:45. I was just, the more I read, the less you guys have to read on your own. The pictures I have to show you guys real quick is this part. They're going to talk about a full Nelson. They're getting ready to do a mean thing to somebody. And part of it is a wrestling move where you go to a full Nelson, where you go under the arms and around the neck, and you can break someone's neck that way. This is the full Nelson that they're talking about. And then they're also going to talk about a lighthouse. And that's the thing that on the cliffs near the oceans, that the boats don't hit the rocks. This is the light. That was the big show. Nicely done. This is the lighthouse that they're talking about. And there's a house connected, like you can live there. And this is the house that is going to be there. They're talking about it. The last picture I have are marionettes. This is also going to play a role coming up in kind of a creepy way. And so there's gonna be marionettes. They're the little dolls on strings. You're like, dookie, dookie, you make them dance and stuff like that. So it is Perla behind me. Good Perla recognition skills. That's Putan who recognized you, by the way. She snuck in here. Pay no attention, she's an illegal student. Oh, your grandparents, that's awesome. So anyway, that's where I have to stop for you guys for today. Your goal is to get to page 130, and then you should be good to go for the quiz, and then you're good. Oh, those of you who are wanting to win the chat challenge, pay attention to the remind I send out tonight. I'm going to give you a hint on how to win chat challenge. I came up with an idea. All right. Unfortunately, I cannot leave the Zoom open because I'm recording class. I have to close it or I can't upload the video. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would. But because I can't upload the video until I close it, so I have to close it in order to upload the video. So hopefully on Friday I should be able to. I just won't do that one. So then hopefully, so if you guys want to throw if you guys have an Among Us code you want to throw up there, I'll leave this running for a second, and you can throw the code up there. Let's see, I'm going to stop, and I'll give you guys a second.